You're gonna feel my grind, my grind. Whether it's sunny or rainy, going every day, you're gonna feel my grind. I'ma get something today, whether it's money or pain, you're gonna feel my
Alright, Shalom, double honors to the apostles of GMS. Honestly, brothers, will be pushing this truth in sincerity. Alright, I played that video in the beginning, man, to exemplify a thought I was having in my mind, man. Alright, in that this truth, man, this thing that the Most High has given us, blessing to be a part of, man. Wherever you may be within the system of things, top guy, the bottom guy, whatever, man. As long as you're in this thing, that's the main important thing, man. It really comes through much tribulation, and through much tribulation we are perfected, man. Alright? So it's just like how you saw this kid training up there, alright? It's exactly how the Most High trains up his men, but he trains us up through the adversities that we go through. Right? But those adversities are going to become the building blocks, alright, of the judgments that we're going to execute upon the heathen. Alright? We're going to get our vengeance and so on and so forth. But ultimately, this is about rulership. This is about, obtaining the kingdom of the Most High, man. Alright? And in so doing, man, you really have to become perfect. And one can only be perfected, right, through hardcore training, man. And how much more so training than the scriptures, man. Alright, now let me jump onto this scripture real quick. This is the book of Matthew, the 5th chapter, and the 48th verse. It says, "Be ye perfect as your Father, even as your Father in heaven is perfect." Alright, so getting into the studying, getting into the history, alright, getting into our history, because, but again, it's all through the Spirit as well, because one guy is not going to be amazing at the history, but it might be amazing at the precepts. Another guy might be amazing one thing, and it's not going to be, it's all through the grace of the Most High, as you're going to see in the scriptures in the book of Romans, the 12th chapter. It's all through the dispensation of the Most High. But what is common amongst all things, man, is the training, right? Like you've seen here, man, the hardcore physical, and really spiritual battles that you go through. All right. That's what's gonna make you perfect, man. Right? When you read in the book of Ecclesiasticus, the 3rd chapter, is it Ecclesiasticus? No, Ecclesiasticus, the 2nd chapter. My son, when thou comest to serve the Most High, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right? And it goes on to say, as gold is tried in the furnace, so is acceptable men in the furnace of adversities. All right. So this life that we're living out here, man, this is the Lord perfecting his men, all right, unto which he's going to raise up his men when his son Yahushua raises up, and he's going to have them as kings and rulers over the earth, man. See, you got dudes out here, you got guys out here that will sacrifice their whole life, right, just to put a ball in the basket, man. Right, but the Most High don't even require that much of you, man. He doesn't require you get your little rest time, you get your little chill out time and all of that. Alright? Right? But part of the balance of that is that you're gonna be, you're gonna be going through things. You're gonna be trained to be above a certain level, to be doing videos, to be studying, to be getting into the history. All right. Just like how you seen the kid training out there. That's exactly what the Most High is putting his men through, but just through the adversities that the so-called world comes with it. All right, we get into some more scriptures. This is the book of Second Peter, the second chapter, and the 15th verse. It says, "Study to show thyself approved." All right, so you have an idea, a concept, just like how you have a feeling to play some ball or anything like that. You want that feeling confirmed, man. See, everybody that's ever played any kind of sport and been good at it, they would have had that burning sensation to try and play that sport before they even picked up whatever ball it is, whether it be a ball, or, a football, or tennis ball, or basketball. You get that burning passion to do it, man. And that's just like his truth, man. We can't just go out there in the streets and just wing it, You got to study to show yourself approved. So you got to be getting into the word, right, to be approved, right, in your thinking, because knowledge, right, to learn is to mean to draw without. So this truth that we've been going through for for hundreds of years, right? Scripture says the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. So you would have been, every incarnation you would have been coming back doing exactly the same thing, which was to push this word. So guess what, man? Well, when you start learning it again in this incarnation, the Most High draws it out within you. But you got that inkling, you got that burning fire within you. You have to approve yourself. You have to be approved of the Most High, man. And that comes by way of studying the scriptures. It says, "Study to show thyself approved of the Most High, a workman needing to be ashamed." So you ain't gonna be ashamed that you're gonna spend time with your boys or your friends or that. Hey, sometimes even your own family, man. Right? You ain't gonna be ashamed about that, because it says, "Hey, rightly dividing the word of truth, man." And that takes time and perfecting, man. It takes training, man. And what better coaches, right, and teachers is there out there than the teachers that you have as the elders and the elder apostles of GMS, man? All right. We jump on to the next precept, right? This is the book of Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter and the 13th verse. It says, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter." So all of this stuff that you go out here in the world that's happening in that, man. All right. It doesn't matter, man. It says, "Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty." All right. It doesn't say livelihood. It doesn't say this is the whole leisure time. Right. It says duty, man. And that word duty is powerful, man. It implies work, man. This is your duty, but it's something you have to take care of, man. All right. Jump on to the next precept. We've seen that one. I believe it's this is the last one here. And this is a beautiful precept right here. This is a beautiful chapter. I'm going to read the vast majority of it. It's the book of Romans, the 12th chapter, and the first verse. It says, "I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice." Now, you see this kid, man. This is a youth, man. All right. You watch it, man. I mean, I don't know nothing about this. I just, this is you can see, man, NBA hardcore training. That's what I put in there, because I had the idea about the video and that, man. Some thoughts that you had about it. You see, man, he presents his whole body as a living sacrifice to putting that ball in the hoop, man. That's the hood dreams right there, man. Right? But see, when you present your body as a living sacrifice for your house site, man, you don't get no return like some fucking NBA championship, which is really nothing, man. Really, when you niggas play that NBA shit, man, the white man's making all kind of money off of you, man. He's making all kind of money off of you, man. You getting 30 million over 5 years, or whatever these niggas is getting, man, over a certain amount of years. This guy is making billions off of your asses, man. All right. They say, you got LeBron James and Kobe Bryant and all of that, man. What are their amounts? 100 million, 200 million, man. Them so-called Jews behind them companies, man. They're billionaires, man. They're billionaires. Here it is. You did all of this hard work. All right. You did all of this hard work, man. Right. You got your knees are all messed up, man. Your ankles all messed up. Your knees is busted up, man. You done worked out so hard for all of this shit, man. All right. All right. And then you so-called Jews get to live large off the hard sweat blood and tears that you don't put into that. But see, the Most High doesn't work like that. See, you put in the work. You put your work in. You present your body as a living sacrifice for this truth, man. The Most High is gonna have it to where you're gonna be a ruler, a king, right? Higher than on a higher level than these Rothschilds and all of that, man. Because these Rothschilds they're really punks, man. They control and rule through deceit. All right, we're gonna rule with fear, man. See, when we roll into a place, man, these heathens gonna tremble, man. It's gonna be like, yo, what be their purpose here, man? Why they roll up into a town? They come for peaceably or they come for what, man? That's what they're gonna be, man. It says holy and acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. All right. What comes to mind is that word duty that you saw in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. It says, be not conformed to this world, right? But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, right? Your mind literally goes through a transformation, right? All right, that ye may prove what is. Here goes my words saying. All right, it says that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. I say through the grace unto you, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly, right, than he ought to think himself. So you gotta be on a humble level. And you know what? Sometimes, man, you get caught up in this world and you start thinking all kind of demons. But then that's all the more reason to be getting into this word. Because when you come into this word, man, right, as long as you're studying, man, you're gonna have a certain level of humility, man. Because it takes humility to study, man. Right, the pride thinks is a famous saying. It says something to the effect of always know that it is humble to think the wise will always could always lose their wisdom, and something to that effect, man. I forget the exact quote, man. But really it was alluding to the fact that you can still be corrected. Whether you know everything, you can still be corrected. All right. And if you're on some kind of level, man, you can still, it's something to like even the strongest will weaken, man. Something like that, man. Oh, the wisest will err, and the strongest will weaken, right? But if you're persistent about this truth, man, the Most High is not gonna have it to where you're gonna go off like that. But it all goes back to the elect. So it says, for I say, through the grace, right, given unto us, to every man that is among you, not of himself more highly than he ought, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think of him, but to think soberly, according as the Most High hath dwelt to every man, right, the measure of faith. For as we have many members in one body, right, all members, right, have not the same office. So different kind of offices out there, different kind of duties that have to be carried out. So we being many are one body in Yahushua Mashiach. All right, and everyone members of another, right? Having then gifts differing according to the grace. So like I spoke of, you're not just gonna work on you're just gonna work on the precept. You got guys gonna be working on the history. Guys gonna be, so when you come together at the camp, right? There's a body of knowledge there that has that's gonna be pushed out, man. All right. Hey, certain guys, the Most High set it up. Certain spirits, especially the leaders in that, man, leaders of the camps, man. They usually have all kind of diversities of skills, man. But they have to be that. And when people see that, man, they get all butthurt, get all jealous of the position the Most High has blessed them with. But you really did, like you've seen here, man. You saw in the video, right? When that kid grows up, he's gonna be all kind of good at basketball, but people gonna see his skills, and not gonna see the works he's put into those skills. That's the same way with the people that the Most High has put on a level, man. They've gone through all kind of adversities. Right, here's you know nothing. You're looking at them sideways, man. That's out of order, man. All right, that's out of order, man. You see, the Most High is giving you a relatively straightforward life. You catch a little hell, Or you hold your post, you hold your station, right? And you see the Most High raise up certain man, all right, and they got all kind of skills in that. You feel all kind of sideways about it. You hear stories about them guys, man, right? Because they want to be the center of attention, man. All right, but just do your lot, man. Do your bit, man. All right. It says having the gifts differing according to the grace. So got one guy that's gonna be good at doing the sit down videos. Another guy's gonna be do the post production on the sit down. It's all work, man. It's all gotta go out, man. All right. According to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, less prophecy according to the proportion of faith. So not every guy is gonna come out there, or fire something. You're gonna have diversity sometimes. Or ministry. Let's all wait on our ministering, right? Or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth on exhorting, or he that giveth, then do it with our simplicity. He that ruleth with diligence, all right, and he that showeth mercy with cheerfulness, right? Let love, right, be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is wicked, right, which is evil, and cleave to that which is good, which is the scriptures, man. All right, and pretty much with that, man, it's a good chapter. You can read that, right? But the point was hit, man, right? In that, man, really, you have to present yourself as a living sacrifice for this truth, man, right? And that's the reason I played that video at the beginning, because you see that, man, that kid's all he's working hard in that, man, right? And it makes you think, man, right? That's really how you're gonna be about this truth, man. All right, now not all work is the same. Sometimes it's fun, man. All right, hey, sometimes watching movies sometimes is beneficial for the truth. I'm not talking about no stupid nigger movies. I'm talking about some real movies that pertain to the scriptures, man. All right, movies that could be linked in with the scriptures, because you could bring that out at the camping, man. Sitting down reading the book, you get pleasure out of reading the book too, man. Right, that's why the scripture says, "Blessed is he that readeth." Okay, so without much further ado, I'm gonna say double honors to the apostles of GMS, honest you brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.